Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. This is Iqra Hafeez and you're watching DESI TV USA. Let's have a look at the news. In an interview with Russia Today TV channel, head of the Russian delegation, Konstantin Gavrilev, commented on the Russian response to Kiev's barbaric attempt to carry out terrorist attacks against Russian strategic airfields.
They using Ukrainians in this battle, not involving directly themselves. They sending camps, they sending weapons, they sending equipment. For example, Mr. Borrell, he said that everything will be decided on the battlefield. That's why they are escalating. They don't want to accept all the concerns of the Russian Federation to finish this conflict. Retaliation followed immediately after striking Diaghilevo and Engels too, and hit critical infrastructure, military command posts, and they had 17, if I'm not mistaken, targets were destroyed. And further terroristic acts from the part of Ukrainian army.
China ended a requirement for incoming travelers to quarantine, dismantling a final pillar of a zero-COVID policy that shielded the country's 1.4 billion people from the virus and cut them off from the rest of the world. National Security Council Coordinator for Strategic Communications John Kirby joins the White House briefing along with the White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre to preview President Joe Biden's travel to Mexico City, Mexico for the North American Leaders Summit.
The American people into our national security. And we're going to continue to take a look at that relationship. Look, Saudi Arabia is a strategic partner, 80 some odd years. And it's important that that strategic partnership continue, but it's also important that it continues in a way that is completely consistent with our values and our interests. And the president wants to continue to take a look at it to make sure that that's the case.
Thanks, Greg. John, two questions. One, you outlined a little bit, but I wonder if you could say what specific actions the administration would like to see Mexico take to stop fentanyl production and smuggling?
Well, I don't want to get ahead of the actual summit. They're going to talk about a lot of this. And Mexico already has taken significant steps. You saw just, I think it was yesterday, arresting Mr. Guzman.
The Afghan government has signed the first international agreement with China to extract oil in Afghanistan. The Chinese ambassador said that the oil project is an important project of practical cooperation between China and Afghanistan. China's foreign exchange reserves rose to $3.1277 trillion at the end of the December 2022, up 0.33% from a month earlier. Data from the State Administration of Foreign Exchange showed Saturday. A 3-day Shivak Sarmai Mela is going on the valley of Nawam, located in the foothills of Sichuan in the extreme north of Pakistan. Ganj district is one of the 6 districts of Gilgit-Baltistan, while the entire Ganj district is also called as Ganj district by the people of the other areas of Baltistan. It is located 103 km east of Sakardu Valley, where people speak Balti language. Ice hockey is gaining popularity as a winter sport in Gilgit-Baltistan. Hundreds of protesters gathered in Manhattan Square in the United States to express their opposition to the Iranian government on October 1, 2022 after the death of Mahsa Amini. According to the observers, the Iranian leader do not seem to agree on the strategy to end the wave of protest in Iran. On the other hand, they seem to be using coercion. On the other hand, reconciliation efforts are also ongoing. Ishaq Dar's meeting with the IMF on January 9th will discuss taking things forward. Pakistan is engaged in efforts to restore the bailout package, while the approval of the release of $1 billion $10 million by the IMF is pending. The IMF spokesperson expressed hope that the IMF delegation would meet Ishaq Dar on the sidelines of the Geneva conference to take forward the pending issues. The spokesperson of the International Monetary Fund (IMF) has said on Saturday that a delegation of the organization will meet Pakistan's Finance Minister Ishaq Dar on the sidelines of the conference starting in Geneva on January 9th. According to the news agency Reuters, Pakistan is engaged in efforts to restore the bailout package, while the approval of the issuance of $1 billion 10 crores by the IMF is pending. That's all for now. For more updates, keep watching DESI TV USA or visit our website desitvusa.com.